And we are live. Welcome in, everybody, to the 2018 Men's Soccer Senior Night. We thank you all for joining us here at Behind the Crest. We are live from the campus of Father Ryan High School here at Giacosa Stadium, where Father Ryan Men's Soccer is playing against Lipscomb Academy, the Bisons. Now, tonight, the seniors are being honored as they have had great careers here and will have their own presentations at halftime. The Irish are taking on a Lipscomb squad that has been struggling throughout this year. They've not been able to score too much and are looking to try and get that season turned around here. But Father Ryan has had a very stout attack with Travis Turf leading the way, where he is also now signed to go to Rhodes College. One of the big signings here that we've had in the spring. He signed just a couple weeks ago.
And here's Jack Kaley.
And welcome in Jack Kaley, our color commentator tonight. You're listening live on the Behind the Crest broadcast. This is Austin Wright, your play-by-play with Jack Kaley here at the color commentary. We have 38 minutes remaining in the first half for Father Ryan versus Lipscomb. In high school soccer here in Tennessee, you play 40-minute halves and have about a 20-minute halftime.
And we recently lost our goalkeeper, Sam Bricata, to an ACL injury. He had been starting all year and was a very good goalie.
That's right. Sam Bricata, a key player for the Irish in goal, is now missing for the Irish because of an ACL injury. And with that, we have our first goal of the night. The Irish score. It is 1-0 Father Ryan. And a little dink-dunk pass down in the inside, and the Irish flip it over the goalie for a goal with 37 minutes remaining in the first half. What a score by Father Ryan to get the offense started tonight.
Yeah, they really played that well. With all the passing.
And you just heard over the PA that number 4, Will Turner, scored the goal there. He's been very prolific for the Irish this season. He has had many goals, and with that'll be his second goal, actually. Excuse me. That'll be his second goal, with now adding to his stats for the year. Will Turner has been a critical player for the Irish. He's been selected as a very high club athlete for the soccer teams here in the Nashville area, and has actually traveled to Italy just over spring break, and has been able to have soccer camps over there and train with some of the southeastern squads.
Yeah, I've also heard some rumors about Will, that he won't be playing with us, so he will be very missed next year if he is not with us.
Yes, that's true. A critical player for the Irish will be missed if he is not able to return. But he is very well received here for this Irish squad in this season. And with that, the Lipscomb keeper kicks it out. And Father Ryan's pushing it in, looking for the attack. Scooting in the inside, number 22 for the Irish. Flips it over to 14 now. Back over to David Ward on the outside. Ball is out of bounds. Off a Lipscomb player, Father Ryan will throw in. Pass on the inside, intercepted by Lipscomb player, but Will Turner for Father Ryan gets it back and passes it over to another Irish player. Now looking for a through pass, intercepted by Lipscomb, but Father Ryan is able to retain it again. Now Noah Seathaler on the outside passes it over in the middle, and back to Seathaler. He surveys the field, looks for number 7, Keith Eller. The ball is close. He tries to handle it, but the Lipscomb player is on it and kicks it out of bounds. And now a call is gone against Father Ryan. Lipscomb will have a kick here. Father Ryan will go back on defense. And here for the Irish, they've been playing a good game. They've been able to attack far into the zone of Lipscomb and have been able to get just one goal already with just 34 minutes remaining in the first half. And with that, Father Ryan now passes in the middle. Looking over, surveying, now just dumps it over to the defense.
Yeah, there's 5 seniors tonight that will be presented at halftime. They will be presented with their parents.
That's correct. 5 critical seniors for the Irish will be missed after this year, but they have had great careers as part of Father Ryan soccer.
Yeah, we'll especially miss Travis Turf with 10 goals this season.
That's true. Travis Turf, one of the highest amount of goals scored this season for any of the Irish players. He's been having a great season in his senior season. Now kick passed over down to the middle. Over to number 5 for the Irish. He goes on the outside, tries to spin the ball past the goalie, but it goes just wide of the net. Now Lipscomb will have the kick. And with that, now the Lipscomb keeper keeps patient while a teammate of his ties his own shoes, and he now is able to kick it off. Eller on the outside heads it over into the midfield. Dump back to the defense, a long pass into the middle. It's called offsides. .32-30 remaining in the first half. Lipscomb now tries to answer back after a Father Ryan goal. The Irish lead 1-0. Another offsides penalty call for Father Ryan.
Yeah, CC first hasn't had many catches for as a goalkeeper tonight for his I believe it was his second game tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Sam Seifers, I believe. Yes, he is going to be in goal for the Irish tonight, I believe, along with the other Irish players that are out there trying to defend against the Lipscomb attack from the midfield, but the defense is able to push it back up to the attack with Will Turner giving it over. Travis Turf now back over on the outside for number 5, David Ward. He sprints down the field trying to look for a lane. Shot towards the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper almost lost it, keeping it under his foot. But now he holds the ball with 31 minutes remaining in the first half. And with that, a long kick by the goalie. It is out of bounds. The Irish are able to throw it in, and now it's contested by Lipscomb, but a call is made by the ref on the field. And for the Irish here, Jack, they've been doing a very good job of keeping possession. Yeah. It seems as though that's going to be necessary for the rest of the part of the game because they need to hold on tight to that 1-0 lead.
Yeah, that'll help them a lot.
Definitely so, and including their attack was also been able to keep the defense on its toes, not letting up here, making sure that they aren't able to make any good passes. And so the midfield intercepts the ball. And now Will Turner gives it over to Travis Turf, who dances around a defender and goes in the middle. Shoots a long shot and it hits the post. Oh, just wide for Travis Turf there. It is still 1-0 for Father Ryan. 30 minutes remaining in the first half. And now the Lipscomb goalie sets up for a kick, looking to see what his teammates out in the midfield will be able to set up. Turf intercept, and it gets a header on it, but Lipscomb is able to hold on to it. Eller makes a good move on the attacker and is able to nudge it away, and Father Ryan has possession back. Now Turf looking in the middle. passes it over Trevino, and he kicks it off a Lipscomb defender, and Father Ryan will have a throw-in. A quick one here. Eller was almost not able to receive that one, but Trevino now holds possession, moving around the defenders. Turf waiting on the top. He shoots and he scores! Travis Turf scores for the Father Ryan Irish. It is 2-0 with 29 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the first half. What a goal by Travis Turf. He knew that one was coming to him as he watched at the top of the goalie box. He was able to snipe it in to the bottom right corner and makes a very good goal for the Father Ryan Irish.
Yeah, I believe their warm-up squad will be warming up as they've played so well.
Yeah, that's right. The backups for Father Ryan will be able to get some minutes tonight because the Lipscomb attack has not been able to produce too much this year as they've been having struggles on the offensive end. And with that is Travis Turf's 11th goal of the season. Again, the highest scoring player for the Irish, as we mentioned earlier in tonight's broadcast. He's been doing very well this season, and as we mentioned, he has signed to go play for Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee. And with that in the far back, Dan Tilke passes it over, and a Lipscomb defender is able to still get a foot on the ball, and Father Ryan will now have a throw-in. Over to Turf. Turf catches it on his chest. Now is able to hold on to the ball and moves it past the defender. Looking for a fellow attacker. He surveys the scene, passes it over, and it goes wide. Setting up a Lipscomb goalie kick. And for Father Ryan, they've been having a good season thus far and now have a record of 5-6-2 overall, facing stiff competition. Even so, they've been able to have good wins, especially just last week when they won 2-0 against rivals NBA and 4-0 over division opponents Ensworth. 2 games in which the Irish were able to show their prowess, in which they were able to show their muscle in the offensive game.
Yeah, they've had 6 shutouts. Several have been regionals, which is a huge accomplishment, especially considering we're in a very tough region.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, especially with the Irish shutting out their arch rivals, JP2, 3-0, just a few weeks ago as well, including having another shutout against Farragut, 2-0, and MLK, 3-0. Just another testament how San Bernardino was able to keep it a shutout, and the Irish attack was able to just pour it on and not let up for their opponents to be able to even have chances to score.
Yeah, when we played NBA, NBA played really good. It's just the score did not go in their favor.
That's correct. And with that, Joel Torino passed the ball over, but it is off a Lipscomb defender. Ben Schwab will now have the throw-in. Schwab, seniors, passes it over to fellow senior, Turf, who moves it into the middle. And there, waiting for him, is Evan Vax-Norris, now having the ball intercepted by Lipscomb. For Lipscomb, they play a good game. They're just not able to really hold on to the ball too much because the Irish are tenacious. And that is just a testament to what now TSSAA Hall of Fame Coach Dietrich, has been able to teach his players this season. And speaking of Coach Dietrich's induction to the TSSAA Hall of Fame, he's the first ever soccer coach to be inducted, and it is such an honor because he's from Father Ryan.
Yeah, I know his son Tanner was planning on coming here, but he was just so good at soccer, he just couldn't stay here. He actually went to the U18 men's soccer team nationals in Florida.
That's true. Another testament to how good the soccer is and just the lineage of Coach Dietrich himself. And with that, Lipscomb keeper is able to retain it. He passes a far volley, but the Irish midfielders are able to maintain possession while stealing it back from Lipscomb. Seathaler in the middle. Now slows down, makes sure he can get a good pass and gives it over to Turf. Turf over to Schwab. Schwab to Ward. A quick pass by Ward over to Turf. And he sends a long one in the middle, but the Lipscomb defense is able to get in front of that one and now holds it.
You'll want to keep an eye on Harrison Krause as he is about to come in. He's a very good soccer player. He plays ECNL, which is one of the top regional teams in this region. So you'll want to keep an eye on him as a freshman.
That's very true. A good freshman about to come in as a sub for Father Ryan when he gets the chance. And he will do so now. Coming in for Trevino. Again, Father Ryan leads 2-0 with 23:40 remaining in the first half. They've been playing a very good game thus far. And now Father Ryan kicks it out of bounds, but it came off a Lipscomb foot, so Father Ryan will retain possession. Turf passes it over to Krause. Krause now holding on to it. Turf now trying to find an open man. Schwab in the back. He's able to pass it over to Will Turner, and now he gives it back over to the defense, setting up a play here. Turner kicks it far for Eller. Eller tries to race and catch the ball, but he is caught up by a Lipscomb defender. And the Bisons will have a goalie kick.
Yeah, they've had to make several goal kicks because we've just been playing so well. I don't believe we've had any goal kicks.
No, that's right. The Father Ryan goalie tonight has definitely been able to have a relaxing night, to say the least. He's been able to stay relaxed, but he shouldn't need to stay too relaxed because you don't want to have to give up anything silly.
Right. Yeah, our defenders have been playing well, and they've been communicating well, I believe.
That's right. That was one of Coach Dietrich's keys to this game. He was telling us earlier before the game that one of his keys was he was hoping that his defenders would have good communication and making sure that they can have good, crisp passes and not let Lipscomb have any silly goals or scores. But even now, Lipscomb passes it through, trying to get something going. But Father Ryan's defense has just been playing a very good overall game, not letting the Bison have much possession. And I'm sure that if we had any possession stats right now, Father Ryan would be leading by a very large margin because they've been able to hold on to the ball the majority of the game. And there's no doubt Father Ryan would be leading in possession numbers as well for each person against Lipscomb. And now the defense is actually having a little bit of trouble, but Seathaler is able to pass it over. Turf now dumps it down for the attack. Eller tries to meet up with the ball, but Lipscomb defender passes it out. Father Ryan will have a throw-in. A long pass into the middle over to Ward. He tries to give it back over to Harrison Krause, but the Lipscomb defense is able to intercept it. A long shot upwards now goes out of bounds. Another goalie kick coming up for Lipscomb. Again, 20 minutes remaining in the first half. Father Ryan Irish lead 2-0 here on senior night. And now Father Ryan now moves it over, trying to get something going in the middle, but Will Turner over on the far side, or over on the near side, is able to keep it in with Kraus giving it over to Ward. Ward shoots into the middle, and Kiefeller heads it in. That's a Father Ryan goal. 3-0. The Father Ryan Irish lead with 19:40 remaining in the first half. A very good overall game for the Father Ryan Irish. They have been pouring it on here.
Keith Eller, another top scorer. He's tied for second. Well, now second. With his 4th goal of the season.
Yes, that's right. Keith Eller has been having a good season thus far and has been able to also have 2 assists on the season. And the Irish have been playing the game that they've always known this season. A strong attack, a well-disciplined defense, and with that, Will Turner steals it from a Bison player. Kraus will have a shot on his own against the goalie, but the goalie is able to have a foot on it and stops it.
Harrison, a key player as a freshman, he's recently had an ankle injury, struggling from that, but playing very well.
Yes, there's no doubt about it. It doesn't even seem like Harrison Kraus even has an ankle injury. He's been doing very well for the Irish this outing. And with that, the corner by J. Paul into the middle is no good for any Irish player to head it in. But now Father Ryan maintains the attack, looking for something to happen, but Lipscomb steals it. Lipscomb being methodical here, holding on to it now, dumps it down in the inside. But Father Ryan holds on to the ball, now forcing it out. And we thank you all for joining us here tonight of the 2018 Men's Father Ryan Soccer Senior Night. The Irish lead 3-0 with 18 minutes remaining in the first half. You are listening to Behind the Crest. This is your play-by-play commentator, Austin Wright, alongside color commentator, Jack Kaley. We thank you all for joining us. And now the Irish, after that corner from Lipscomb, will wait for an attacking series by them. This is probably one of their only few good chances that they've had tonight because the Irish have been stout on defense. Schwab races down the sideline, trying to get the ball back, and forces the Lipscomb the Lipscomb attacker out. The Irish will now have a kick. And now Father Ryan heading it over. Turner gets it in the middle, looking for something to do with it, and he dumps it over to fellow junior David Ward, who keeps it away from the Lipscomb defense. He moves around them, but Lipscomb is able to push it out. The Irish will have a corner kick coming up. Again, the Irish lead 3-0 with 16 minutes in the first half. A platoon swap coming in for the Irish. And now coming in for the Irish, number 2, Brett Kaley, number 3, Christian Smith, number 16, Jacob Hoback. And now we see the reserves coming in late in the first half here for Father Ryan. The Irish are able to keep it in their own possession and make Lipscomb push it out. Again, the Father Ryan Irish have a 3-2 regional record, which is very good because they have been facing stiff competition from the likes of MBA, Ainsworth, Macaulay, Brentwood Academy, and JP2. And now for the Irish. J. Paul tries to break it up between a Lipscomb midfielder and now passes it back to his defense. And with that, Lipscomb now gives it back over to the defense. And for Father Ryan here, Jack, they've been playing a very good game overall.
Yeah, they've been playing very well. They've almost been playing as well as the traffic flow of I-65.
I'm not sure that would be a very good thing, but maybe at this time of day it's pretty good.
Well,
I guess that's true.
Yeah, maybe right now, not always.
Yeah, that's for sure. Not always, but maybe right now. And with that being said, the Father Ryan defense is able to kick it back into the Lipscomb midfield. And in the middle, the keeper for the Irish picks it up. A long and high kick into the middle. The Irish retain possession. Kraus tries to give it over to fellow midfielder. Or attacker, excuse me. But is unable because Lipscomb was able to intercept it. Now Lipscomb setting up a play here. Pushes it over, but the Father Ryan defense is able to capture it. J. Paul pushes it over to the attack. Father Ryan's looking, trying to hold on to the ball. But Lipscomb forces it out. Throw coming in for the Irish. 13 minutes remaining in the first half. Father Ryan leads 3-0. And now Father Ryan, deep in the attack, they look to the sideline for some action here, and now pass it over into the middle. But the Lipscomb defense is ready to go. Kraus tries to stop the ball, but Lipscomb is able to take it back from them. And now Smith on the outside, including another Lipscomb defender, push it out. Father Ryan retains possession. Moving into the middle, Trevino. Looks, but Lipscomb volleys it out. Father Ryan has been having very good passing here tonight as well. That's another thing that we've been able to notice here. They've been able to hold on to possession because of that, and now Lipscomb is able to trying to have an attack here, but is met by the Father Ryan defense, and they keep the Bisons from going too far and now force it out of bounds for an Irish throw-in. With now 11 minutes remaining in the first half. Paul tried to break it up in the middle and tried to get it past the goalie for a score, but the Bison goalie is able to hold on to it and now awaits his kick.
Yeah, Coach Dietrich, when I was talking to him, he said that we'd be playing zone defense, which has worked very well tonight.
Absolutely. The Father Ryan defense has been on point against Lipscomb tonight.
He also was saying that we'd follow each other's runs, which has helped a lot tonight.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. And with that, Father Ryan now has a throw-in coming in.
All the sports having an awesome season this year, Austin.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. The spring sports season has been well underway, and the Irish athletics have been doing very well. The baseball team has been having a good season this year, especially exceeding expectations that they have had. Led by Coach Mascari, they've been doing very well. The seniors this year have been very strong. With Ryan Ragsdale, he's going to be going to play for Rowan State this year.
Yeah, I was even talking to one of the baseball players, and they were talking about how they're even hoping to go to state this year.
That's a very real possibility. They've been having a very good year, even surprising themselves. But among many things, we get back to soccer, and with that, Father Ryan Irish now hold it in the defensive zone, giving back up to their attack. Smith is able to hold on, and now is awarded a throw-in. Father Ryan passing it around. It's a bit of a pinball back there with the Lipscomb defense, but now Father Ryan holds it for their own. A Bison and an Irish player in the midfield had a bit of a tussle, but Father Ryan holds on for a throw-in. Again, the Irish lead 3-0 with 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Stay tuned during halftime. There will be senior presentations coming up. And the Bisons kick it well down into the Father Ryan zone.
Kaley fights for it, and as Seafer stops it.
That's right. Sam Seifer's doing a very good job in net tonight. He kicks a high fly ball into the middle, and now Lipscomb holds onto the ball. And for Lipscomb, they haven't had too much success tonight on offense because the Irish defense has been doing very well.
Even with Father Ryan's second line, they've played very well.
Oh, absolutely. The Father Ryan Irish have had just at least 2 counted saves here tonight against the Lipscomb defense and goalie. They have had to make multiple stops on defense, including 10 shots on goal with 3 goals already.
Yeah.
And with that, the Irish push it well up into the attacking zone. But Lipscomb is able to get it, but Father Ryan holds on. Trevino over to Jayapal. Jayapal way over to the outside to Christian Smith. He holds on to it and passes it back up. Way down in there, Trevino passes it over. Shot, no good. Father Ryan had a fantastic chance there with a Trevino pass in the inside, but the Irish are unable to succeed there. Father Ryan leads 3-0 with 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Now Father Ryan holds it in the inside. Marshall over to Trevino. Trevino passes it well back. He passes it very far back into the defense for Kaley. And now Father Ryan forces it out. Now Lipscomb throwing coming in. In addition to that, Lipscomb will have subs coming in.
Needing a fresh lineup, they will trying to score a goal against the Father Ryan.
That's right, Lipscomb looking for a goal, but they've been very unsuccessful tonight. The Irish defense has been playing great and have been able to stop any chances of Lipscomb even coming close to scoring a goal. And with that being said, the Father Ryan attack pushes it up, trying to find something in the middle, but they are unable to catch up towards it. Krause was the intended player on that one, but now Lipscomb has a kick, sending it well into the midfield. It goes out. The Irish throw-in will come in.
Yeah, Austin, what do you think about the Nashville Predators playing so well recently?
Well, the Preds have been playing very good thus far in the playoffs, but have met very stiff competition. I mean very stiff competition in Winnipeg, and have a critical game tonight.
Yeah, we'll keep you posted on the score during the game, so you can watch it. Be sure to watch us over the Preds.
And with that, the Father Ryan attack, Christian Smith goes down after a shove by a Lipscomb player. Play goes on. Jay Paul pushes it over into the middle, but Lipscomb is able to take it. The Irish defense looked a little flustered there, but they're able to hold on to it. Lipscomb comes back, but forces it out, and Father Ryan will have a throw-in on the near side. And now Jay Paul pushes it over into the middle, where a Lipscomb kick forced it all the way down in the Irish defense. And now a shove by a Lipscomb player causes the ball to go out. The Irish will have a throw-in, or a kick from that spot, excuse me.
Yeah, their defense playing well, but most importantly, I think the offense is just keeping possession of it.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. The Irish have been playing a well-disciplined game here and have been able to keep Lipscomb at bay throughout the whole night.
Taking their time.
Now the Irish set up a play. Deep inside, the Irish keep the ball up in the air, heading it. J. Paul tries to retain possession, but is unable. And with the ball going out, the Irish will have the throw-in. 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in the first half. The Irish lead 3-0 against the Lipscomb Bisons. Again, the sideline play for the Irish has been very good thus far in the game. They've been able to control it pretty much anywhere in the field, but especially on the sidelines. That has been critical because that's where most of the play has been occurring as of late. And with that, the defense kicks it back. well past the Lipscomb defense. The Bisons will have a throw-in. The Irish now hold it in the defense, pushing it over into the middle.
Although the offense has played very well, I think the defense has played just as well when they've gotten the chance.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The Irish have clearly been the favorites here in this contest because they've been able to control almost every single aspect of the game, undoubtedly. And now Jayapal steals it, controls it on the inside, tries to give it over his fellow attacker, and now the ball is slid out. The Irish will have a corner coming up. A quick setup by Jayapal with only 10 seconds remaining in the first half.
They'll need to make this one quick.
He pushes it over. The Irish kick it out wide, though.
And that is the end of the half.
That's right. That's the end of the first half. The Father Ryan Irish lead 3-0 over the Lipscomb Bisons here on Senior Night. We thank you all for joining us here behind the crest. You are listening to your play-by-play commentator, Austin Wright, alongside color commentator, Jack Kaley. We thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for the senior presentations. We will be out for just a little bit, and we will join you all in just a few minutes for the start of the second half. And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for Father Ryan Men's Soccer of the 2018 Senior Night. We thank you all for joining us live here behind the crest. You're listening to play-by-play commentator Austin Wright and Jack Kaley, the color commentator. The Irish are playing the Lipscomb Bisons tonight, and they lead 3-0 after the first half. The Irish have been playing a very good game overall, having the offense doing very well, including 3 goals, all by separate teammates, Travis Turf, and amongst others. And as well, the seniors were honored at halftime, as you saw during the presentations. In addition, more announcements were made, and now Father Ryan has a ball in the midfield. And now with that, the Lipscomb defense will have a throw-in now far down the field, with Father Ryan now having to set up on a defensive play. Throw into the middle, head into the net, but the Father Ryan defense is too much, and the goalie for the Irish is able to kick it out. Now Eller over in the middle to a streaking Will Turner. He now dumps it into the middle. The Irish now keeping it in the middle. Tripped is Noah Seathaler, but Will Turner now has the ball, giving it over. Now the Irish with the throw-in, they give it over, but the Lipscomb defense heads it out. Irish will have another throw-in coming up.
And we are back. Sorry about those technical difficulties. We'd like to express our thoughts and prayers with all those that were affected by Opry Mills today with the shooting there. And Irish kicks it and shoots towards the goal and misses. Goalie taking his time. I'm not really sure why there. Goalie kicks it, and the Bisons get it back. It appears we have the starting lineup back out there for Father Ryan. Bisons get it back. Bison's kicking it around. Seems like, oh, Father Ryan gets it back. Keith Heller playing great defense as an offensive player. Bison's coming out strong after the after the first half. Bison's third in. Talking to one of my friends at Lipscomb, he said that their soccer team is really good and they're playing alright. Father Ryan just seems to be dominating this game. Bisons throw it back in. Father Ryan comes and gets the ball. Travis Turf. Turf gets the ball. Turf goes down. And Father Ryan gets a free kick. Will Turner possessing the ball, going towards the goal. Kicks it. Ends up kicking it to a Bison's player. Bisons get it back. Goes back and forth. Bisons come out with it. And they knock over Travis Turf with a questionable call. With Keith Eller getting it. Ending up, Lipscomb gets it back. Keith Eller gets it. Ends up, Bisons get it back. Father Ryan kicking it back and forth to each team. It appears Travis Turf keeps not running into them a lot. Will Turner gets it. Turner, I believe, may have handballed it. Or no, I take that back. They may have handballed it. Dan Thilke kicks it. Will Turner has played very tough tonight, resulting, as he always does, his last 2 games ago, he got stitches right above his eye, because he was hit with some cleats, actually. Eller puts pressure against Lipscomb, putting a lot of pressure. Kraus putting pressure. Kraus gets it. Shoot. Father Ryan shoots. No, Seathaler shoots. Misses. Not seeing much defense, Austin, tonight. By the Irish.
Yeah, that's right. Father Ryan has been playing a tough game here against Lipscomb and not allowing too much to happen for them. And there's no doubt that they've been able to handle this game commandingly, especially with their attack that they got going on here. A shot and it is scored! Father Ryan scores a goal, making it 4-0 with 28 minutes remaining in the second half. What a goal by the Irish. And what a goal there for Father Ryan as they now make it 4-0. They've been taking command of this game slowly but surely in this second half, and they've been showing their muscle. And the goal officially coming from number 22, Travis Turf, as you heard overhead in the PA. That is his second goal of the night. What a game he's having here for senior night. Only fitting that he does it here on senior night at Father Ryan.
His 12th goal of the season. That's very impressive.
No doubt about that.
Doubling, even possibly tripling all the other players' goals. He also has the same amount of assists as all the top leading players.
And Travis Turf has definitely been a key player for the Irish this season and in this game as well. And with that, the Irish attack pushes it over, trying to make something happen in the middle, and is nothing doing as the Lipscomb goalie holds on to it. He now looks and surveys the scene, kicking it far and high.
Travis Turf will be missed dearly next year.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
Keith Eller and David Ward, they'll be our top 2 scorers next year.
Absolutely. Keith Eller, David Ward, definitely good players for the Irish, and only juniors having one more year, including Will Turner. He's been having a good year as well. A very, very solid player for the Irish, very respected player, and has a lot of talent.
Yeah. Hopefully, Will Turner will not miss next season. Sam Bricata, with his ACL injury, he will be missing his football season. So we'll miss Sam next season in football a lot, so
That's right. Sam will be out for many months, and we'll have to see how that plays in for football.
I believe I have heard a lot of rumors saying that he will not be playing football at all.
Oh,
So,
wow. That's definitely a big blow for the Irish football team next year,
yeah.
missing a good player. But nevertheless, the Irish are always resilient and will find a way to get through
Yes.
this challenge.
They always do.
They definitely do. They proved it last season. Coach Rector's squad most definitely had a very good season last year.
Making it to the second round of the playoffs, they played very well.
Absolutely. You can say that again. And now the Lipscomb attack takes it past midfield. Looking for something, but Turf takes it away. But Lipscomb will hold on to the possession. Fouls called on Turf. Kick coming up for Lipscomb.
It looks like they're leaving all of their top line players in for the second half, which I am shocked by considering the score is 4-0. Will Turner fighting for the ball. Travis Turf going towards the ball, fighting for it as well. Irish playing great offensive defense tonight.
There's no doubt about it that the Irish have been able to be very creative tonight and been very effective as well. Keith Eller sprinting down the field is unable to meet with the ball, but then finds a way to get it back to a fellow attacker, Krause, just a freshman.
Great freshman. I know him personally, and he has traveled around the world playing soccer. He recently his most recent visit was to Las Vegas for a national tournament.
Just one of the many decorated Irish that play for Coach Dietrich's squad.
Him knowing Tanner Dietrich personally may be a little useful, as Tanner may have given him some tricks and even skills.
There's no doubt about that. That's definitely true. The Dietrich lineage has been very successful in soccer, especially here at Father Ryan, including Coach Dietrich's induction to the TSS Hall of Fame, being the first ever soccer head coach to be inducted.
Yeah.
A great honor for him to be a part of that, especially as part of Father Ryan.
Yes.
Now the Irish push it inside with a Lipscomb kick, forcing it to the sideline, and now the Bison will have a throw-in coming up.
Father Ryan's second line looks to be warming up, which is very good considering the score is 4-0. Dietrich and Coach Niebel and Coach Obed feeling very comfortable, as well as Coach Armbruster. I know the team felt very comfortable about coming into this game, considering Lipscomb's record. They kept the pressure up against Lipscomb, which is very useful.
Absolutely. And now coming up for Father Ryan, a free kick after a penalty by Lipscomb.
I believe that is Travis Turf out there.
Yes, that's right. It looks like Travis Turf will be setting up alongside Will Turner. Will Turner will go ahead and take it. Shot wide,
Very
just
close.
above the crossbar.
Bounces off, I believe. Or
Yes,
maybe
it-
even the goalpost.
Mm-hmm.
Looks.
And during this time, Lipscomb will be making their own substitutions. Now the goalie finally kicks it off. Now Father Ryan holds it in the midfield, waiting for Lipscomb there. They now push it in. Turf trying to get in on the inside. Nothing doing there. The Lipscomb defense pushes it out. Again, the Father Ryan Irish lead 4-0 with 19 minutes remaining in the second half. It is senior night for the Irish.
I will have to give Lipscomb a lot of credit for trying their best on defense.
That's right. The Bisons have been doing the best that they can, but the Irish have been just too dominant and been too much for them to handle.
Turner fighting for the ball against the Bisons. Looks like we have some subs getting ready to come in for the Irish, as they've played so well. 4-0 against Lipscomb.
And now a shot just wide by Keith Eller. He almost had one there. That would have been his second of the night. Good chance by him, but he had just a little bit too much on it.
Jared Marshall, Matthew Jayapol, and Drew Sloan coming in for the Irish. And it looks like there might even be more subs coming in very soon.
That's right. Coach Dietrich making sure that he keeps keeping his squad healthy and rested for the next games coming up. He knows that his squad has been doing very well.
Yeah, Coach Nebel looking to be talking to the players a lot right now.
Whoa! And that right there was a dangerous play by the Lipscomb Bisons. Knocking over an Irish player. And he is down. A yellow card has been given. And at this time, we will wait to see how the Irish player will fare, and we will take a short break. We will be right back in just a few minutes. You are listening to Behind the Crest.
And we are back. Jared Marshall injured. Hope he is well.
Let's hope he's all right. He's able to walk off on his own power, but he had a very tough hit right there, trying to go for a header against a Lipscomb midfielder. And again, a yellow card was issued to a Lipscomb player on that play. Now Father Ryan will have their own free kick from the spot of the foul.
Irish playing well tonight as Daniel Pelkey will kick it for the Irish. Matthew J. Bolt fighting for the ball.
And now very good possessions being played here by the Irish. They have been doing very well this whole game at making sure that the Lipscomb Bisons are unable to have possession of the ball and been imposing their will this whole time. And at this time, we are awaiting a throw-in while Father Ryan makes substitutions.
Brett Kaley with the throw in. A lot of freshmen starting, including Reese Rahab. All the coaches feeling very confident about tonight's game, putting at least 3 or 4 freshmen in tonight, Austin.
That's right. The coaches know that the Irish have what seems to be an insurmountable lead, leading 4-0 against Lipscomb with only 14 minutes remaining in this second half. The Irish have, again, as we said earlier, imposed their will and have not let up this whole game against Lipscomb, ensuring that they know who they want to be the victors. Now, Lipscomb passes it around in the defense with the goalie deciding where he wants to get the ball to go next as he awaits the defense and midfield to set up a play. Now Lipscomb pushes it in, but Father Ryan defense gets there. Now Jay Paul, in a bit of a tussle, passes it back to his own defense. Seathaler in the middle, having trouble with the Lipscomb defender, gives it over to the outside.
Coach is feeling very comfortable putting several JV players putting several JV players in the lineup tonight. Very tricky, as they just had a game before this.
That's right. No doubt that the Irish were getting some good experience here tonight against Lipscomb on both JV and in varsity games. Certainly Coach Dietrich wants to get them ready for future action should they need to come in. Now Father Ryan sets up a corner kick coming up. Pushed it in the middle. Father Ryan heads it in the middle. Now the ball spurts over to the outside and will be tried by Father Ryan and Lipscomb. The Irish now give it back in the middle. Jaya Paul looking for a fellow midfielder, but can't find anyone as Lipscomb is able to steal it away and keeps the ball. But now Father Ryan comes from behind and gets it. And is able to push it past midfield. But the defense of the Irish meets them immediately. Father Ryan now slowly but surely pushing it upfield.
Defenders moving forward.
And a ball pushed over, and now call is made by the refs. A kick will ensue for Lipscomb. Again, the Irish lead 4-0 against Lipscomb with 11 minutes remaining in the second half.
It looks as Jared Marshall may have a knee injury. We are not sure whatsoever, but it looks like he is touching his knee on the sideline. We hope that he is okay.
Absolutely. We hope that Jared Marshall is all right after that scary injury in midair after he was trying to head the ball against the Lipscomb defender. But he seems to be all right. He seems to be in good spirits down there on the sideline and is being taken care of by the trainers. After the throw, Father Ryan kicks it well into the middle, but Lipscomb meets it immediately, forcing Father Ryan to take it back out from the top. Push in the middle. Father Ryan looking for a good chance, but Lipscomb is able to intercept the ball and get possession back. And Jack, these Lipscomb defenders have been trying their best tonight to hold back this potent Irish offense.
I think our team is just so much bigger than their team, which has helped a lot, considering there's several freshmen in there that are very small, which is why I believe that the coaches have decided to put some of the freshmen in there for a better competition.
And with that, Father Ryan will now be setting up yet another throw-in, trying to see if they can score one last goal here in the remaining minutes of the second half. 8 minutes remaining. Father Ryan looks to set up another score. But is unable. And now awaits the Lipscomb goalie for his kick. The netminder for the Bison has had a lot of trouble from the Irish tonight and has given up 4 goals. And his defense hasn't been able to help too much because of such a potent Irish attack. And it's been constantly kept on his toes from the Irish. Again, you're listening to Behind the Crest. Austin Wright here, your play-by-play commentator alongside Jack Kaley, the color commentator, here on the campus of Father Ryan.
At Giacosa Stadium.
That's right, and here at Giacosa Stadium, a solid crowd out, a lot of students able to show support for their fellow classmates as it is senior night. Now, Lipscomb has pushed it out. Now Father Ryan gets a throw-in. Jay Paul wrestles the ball away from a Lipscomb player. It will stay with Father Ryan. Throw-in coming.
Midfield. Bison's kick it. Getting ready to kick it. Bison's kick it far.
Headed over. Now the Irish will have another throw-in. And now coming into the game, subbing in number 12, Jared Marshall.
Jared Marshall seems to be okay and ready to play again.
That is great to see, as he had a very scary accident just earlier in the second half. Now the Irish push it upfield, trying to make something happen here, but Lipscomb handles it in their own defense.
Evan Vexnorison for Travis Turf, as Travis Turf has played an amazing game. As we will continue seeing as
And now Father Ryan in the midfield tries to handle it against Lipscomb. The Bisons push it over in the middle, but Jay Paul meets a midfielder along with Schwab.
Kaley gets it. Kaley with the throw into Dan Tilke. Dan Tilke and Brett Kaley playing travel soccer for years before this together. See great work together. Close goal, almost possible goal by the Bisons. One of the few we've seen tonight, as Irish have played great defense tonight.
Absolutely. The Irish have been playing very stout defense tonight, not allowing too many shots. In fact, that was just the Bison's fourth shot on goal. and they have not been able to produce too much tonight as the Irish have been playing too good. A fancy move there in the middle by the Irish. Now the ball trickles out behind the back line. A corner kick will be coming up. The Irish will have another corner try coming up with 2 minutes remaining in the second half. The Irish lead 4-0.
Irish looking to wrap this up tonight for senior night.
And a solid chance by Jayapal into the goal. It's no good. A Lipscomb defender was able to meet that one.
Kaley gets it, passes it. Shoots.
And the call is made for the offsides, and now the Bisons will have control of the ball.
Preds game coming up shortly. I know you guys will tune into that as soon as we are done with this soccer game.
Absolutely. A great follow-up. Good job by the Preds to be able to schedule the game right after the all-important Father Ryan men's soccer senior night against Lipscomb Academy.
I know the players have a dinner after this for the seniors. The players are probably wanting to
certainly wanting to be able to watch the game, yeah. I'm sure. Especially after such a rousing, very well played out game here against Lipscomb. Just all-around great effort here by the Irish. They've been dominating this game in almost every aspect you can think of. Possessions, shots, just overall defense, offense, you name it. They've controlled it against Lipscomb tonight.
The Preds will play following the Washington-Pittsburgh game with almost 2 minutes left.
And the final buzzer has sounded. Father Ryan wins 4-0 against Lipscomb Academy on senior night. We thank you all for tuning in to our broadcast. You have been listening to play-by-play commentator Austin Wright and color commentator Jack Kaley. We appreciate you all tuning in. We hope you all have a good night. Thank you.